So this is my final epic Bible presentation. Okay, so as many of you know, I play softball. And before I can begin to explain my epic journey, I need to cover a few things about softball with you. My primary position is center field, but I also enjoy playing all the outfield positions. Obviously, being a fielder isn't the only part of the game. You need to be able to hit as well. And if you're not hitting, you're not playing. Therefore, it is extremely important to not only hit the ball, but to be able to hit the ball well. So, in order to hit the ball well, you need to be able to pick up the different pitches that the pitcher is going to throw at you. So this is like some fun facts about softball. Okay, so there's the rise ball, drop ball, curve ball, screwball, and changeup. So the rise ball rises over the plate. So if you look at home plate there, it will rise upwards. And like when the pitcher pitches it, she like flicks her wrist. So like you'll see a dot on the ball. I don't really know if I can do it because I'm not a pitcher. But like if you can kind of see a dot where the seams are. Okay, and then the drop ball, pretty self-explanatory, it drops over the plate. So it's like kind of difficult to hit because it usually goes lower and you have to swing lower than like where you actually see it coming in over the plate. Then the curve ball is like the same spin as a rise, except it curves outwards. The screwball, again, same spin, but it curves inwards. And then the changeup is when the pitcher throws it, you see the back of her hand, and then it kind of like floats over the plate, and yeah. Okay. So throughout my life, softball has taught me various life lessons because of challenges I've faced. When I joke around and say, yeah, softball is my life, sometimes I think it actually is. Think of it this way. You're the batter up to bat. The softball game is like the game of life. The pitcher is God, and you're facing all the challenging pitches he is throwing at you. Sometimes there are rises in your life, and sometimes there are drops. Not every pitch is going to be easy either. You have to work hard to hit well, and then things will run smooth. The first pitch God threw me was a rise ball. I began playing softball when I was in grade 1 and instantly fell in love with the game. From there, I kept progressing and developing as a player. Things were on an uphill slant, just like a rise ball. Therefore, in grade 4, I decided to try out for the Abbotsford Rep B team, known as the Abbotsford Outlaws. I assumed the tryouts went well, but after a couple of weeks, I got a call from the head coach saying I didn't make the team. Little did I know that God would soon be throwing me a drop ball, one that I was going to be stuck on for a while. After that tryout, the next 3 years were the same. I was stuck in a rut with God's drop ball. I was always one of the last cuts made from the team, and the coaches would always give me weak reasons as to why I didn't make it. Your arm's not strong enough, you're not fast enough, we already have our team picked this year. Even though this was discouraging and upsetting for me, I learned my first life lesson from God through softball that year. I learned that if you persevere and work hard, you'll eventually get to where you want to be in life. Sure enough, in grade 7, I finally made the rep team. God had thrown me a juicy changeup. The coach decided to give me a chance for the first time in 4 years. From that year on, there was no turning back. Our team achieved many first place medals, and we were one of the strongest teams in our league. A couple of years later, I was given the opportunity to play on Team BC. This was definitely a test or screwball in my faith. Many of the girls that made the team weren't Christians and kind of judged me for being one. I felt very insecure because sometimes they would make joking comments like, she's a good Christian, she won't swear or do anything wrong. They weren't trying to purposely be mean, but I didn't know how much they liked me either. After a couple of games into the tournament, the tables turned, and they began to build a respect for me. I had earned myself into the starting lineup, and they realized that I was actually a valuable player on the team. After the girls stopped making digging comments about Christianity towards me, I almost think some of them looked up to me for being strong in my faith and not giving in to them. God taught me another lesson through softball, to stay strong in your faith. You don't have to lower your standards in order to be respected by peers. Respect will eventually come to you. When I began high school, God threw me a curveball. Not only did I have a passion for softball, I also developed a passion for running. I would call track and field my second sport to softball, but it is definitely a close second. Abbotsford Christian School has helped me grow in my relationship with God and has helped me grow into the young woman I am today. My track coaches, Mr. Rister and Mr. Barzma, have taught me to value and cherish the talents and abilities God has given me. However, it hasn't just been track and softball that has taught me everything. I have learned a great deal from my parents and high school teachers throughout the years. There's definitely been ups and downs, but everything I learned I will apply to my future. Especially the marriage course with Mr. Nair. It broadened my knowledge on relationships and gave me a better insight on how high maintenance guys are and how to deal with my future husband. So what does my future look like? I have signed with San Jose State on a softball scholarship, so I will continue my education there for the next 4 years. It took a lot of hard work, but God has taught me that perseverance pays off. My motto, perseverance is the key to success. And sure enough, it did again. In San Jose, I will definitely be faced with new challenges and curveballs. However, I will continue to stay strong in my faith and let God guide the way. I'm quite excited because the assistant coach of San Jose softball team is a Christian. Therefore, I will have someone there who we can relate to each other and keep each other strong in our faith. In conclusion, I want to say thank you to all the teachers who have understood and helped me through my busy schedule. Thank you to my parents who have always been there for me, to my friends who have to deal with my life and the fact that I'm never around to hang out, but most importantly, God, who has given me all these amazing rise balls and opportunities, along with the curve and drop balls that have helped shape me into the young woman I am today. I've spent the last 13 years of my life at Abbotsford Christian School, and I have so many wonderful memories here. It is bittersweet to be leaving, however, I know that this end is just the start of another beginning.
But I know we're gonna make it, and I know we're gonna get there soon, and I know sometimes it feels like we're going the wrong way, but it's just a long